Let me quickly rope in Shruti into this conversation as well. Shruti, what is the criteria for India to get into this club? I wouldn't call it a group. I would call it a club. You know, you have to have a certain net worth. You have to have come from a certain lineage to get into this club. That's what clubs are all about. They've always been based on classification of people, and I think these groupings are also nothing but classifications. The fastest growing economy in the world, the fourth largest economy in the world, the tech center of the world, digital payments, India is leading. When it comes to defense forces, we've just concluded Operation Sindoor, which has demonstrated India's might. What does India need to prove to them to be a part of this grouping? This obviously seems to be a club which is based on a criteria which India definitely is not overlooking, but is not considering important.
Good evening, Vineet, and all the fellow panelists. And the viewers. I'd like to say that we are humoring the G7 by being there. We are being kind to them by being there, because if we are not there, they have nothing to discuss. They don't have China on the table, whom they have trade with. If they don't have Russia on the table, whom they have conflict with. They don't have Israel or Iran there, whose wars they want to stop. So they need to have something to discuss. So India is humoring them by being there. We don't really care what the inner core club is discussing, because they're just looking who can get the better deal out of India. So there'll be, my interest would be the bilateral meetings that will be happening on the side, where we will be solving the knot that Trudeau had planted between the Canadian and Indian relationships, and we're going to set the record straight there. I do believe we're looking at some uranium-related trade with Canada, and so that's where the clean energy bit comes through. In PM Carney's statement himself, he said that India is, we need to bring in the supply channels, and India is a supply channel. If all the supply, the trade supplies, everything comes through India. So if we add up whatever PM's 5-day tour is about, he stopped at Cyprus, he's now in Canada, and he's now going to go back to Croatia. So basically, he's strengthening the IMEC, India Middle East Economic Corridor. He's going to strengthen that so that Europe needs him. So whenever Europe, gives a cry call that I need to trade better, I need to trade good, and to present an alternative to the Chinese BRI. So we're doing what we need to do to head towards the $10 trillion economy Gautam spoke about. And these are the steps that we need to do. So we are humoring them. Now, on the other side, if we look at it, the people that refuse. So Mohammed bin Salman, Saudi Arabia, refused to come to the table, basically because he knew that they were going to condemn Iran and they were going to support Israel. So that on its face, he has to refuse to not side with a Muslim nation, an Arab nation, and blatant support for Israel in such a manner that the G7 has come out with. So that's why he refused. Now, Indonesia refused to come to this, and the chatter on the ground is that they are thinking that it's a very pro-Russian tilt by not coming to the table. So if refusing the invite would have put us in one of those unwanted blocks that they would like to use and exploit, and then get better deals out of. So being there is we are humoring them, we are being part of their games, while not really indulging them by bending the knee at any of the trading tables. So basically we have played it smart, we'll meet them, we'll get what we need out of them. So that's my take on it.